Bye bye butterflies. I like it when we're quiet, said Charlie's dad as the two of them walked down the street. So this is Charlie and this is Dad. Well, I like it better when we talk, insisted Charlie. But you can hear all kinds of things when you are quiet, said his dad. Like what? Asked Charlie. Listen, whispered his dad. So Charlie's listening to what things he can hear. So Charlie listened, and that's when he heard it. It sounded like a chorus of children's voices. Yes, the voices called out, yes, bye bye butterflies. So Charlie could hear children's voices that shouted bye bye butterflies. Charlie looked up at the building across the street. He didn't see anything. No children, no butterflies, nothing out of the ordinary. So he couldn't find the children and the butterflies. Then he saw something. It was on the rooftop of the school, okay? He saw a single hand reach up and wave. So one little hand came up, then another and another. So there are so many hands now. He saw a butterfly emerge above the waving hands. Then another and another, so many butterflies. They scattered. Bye bye butterflies, all the children here shouted. Then suddenly a little boy's head popped up. The boy looked down and waved to Charlie. Charlie waved back. Bye bye butterflies. Charlie called up to the boy. Bye bye butterflies. The boy responded, still waving. Bye bye. And then just like that, the boy was gone. Just like that, the butterflies were gone. Just like that, the sounds of the children faded. Charlie stood alone with his dad. Maybe I could do something like that one day, said Charlie hopefully. Maybe, said his dad smiling. They continued walking silently. So Charlie's hoping that one day he could be like all the children up on the rooftop and let go of all the butterflies. A few months later, Charlie started school, so Charlie has to go to school. He forgot all about the butterflies. He was too busy doing somersaults that meant in the gym and learning to sit still during story time. Fall turned into winter and winter turned into spring. So time is passing. When Charlie's class returned from spring break, a package had arrived for them. So there's a package for Charlie's class. It had a bright red sticker on it. So what does the bright red sticker say? It says, live contents, open immediately. So there's something alive in this box. You have to open it at once. Inside the package were tiny jars. Inside the jars was some special goop. And inside the goop were teeny tiny caterpillars. You are all butterfly scientists now, said Miss Katie. Each of these tiny caterpillars will grow into a butterfly. It is your job to help them grow and to watch for the changes that take place. What are we going to do with them when they grow into butterflies? Asked Sophie. We'll let them go free, answered Miss Katie. Then Charlie remembered. Bye bye butterflies. Remember when he was young, he saw a group of children on the rooftop saying bye bye to butterflies? So he's going to do that now. Over time, the caterpillars ate the goop. They grew and grew until they were big and fuzzy. Ew. Then one by one, they crawled up the sides of their jars. One by one, they fastened themselves to the top of the jars and dangled upside down. The caterpillars are ready to make their cocoons, Miss Katie explained to the children. These are cocoons, okay? They'll stay inside their cocoons until they have changed into butterflies. And that's just what they did. The next morning, the children came to school and discovered that the jars were gone. In their place was a big glass terrarium. This is a terrarium, okay? Our butterflies will need more room when they come out of their cocoons, Miss Katy explained. Let's put some twigs and grass and flowers in the terrarium for them. It'll make things a little more cozy. So the kids put little flowers, twigs inside for the little cocoons. The cocoons seemed to hang around forever. The children could hardly wait. So the children are waiting for the cocoons to turn into butterflies. I know it doesn't seem like there's much going on, but it's important to keep observing. So it's important for the children to keep watching the cocoons. Miss Katy reminded the children, you never know what you might see. In a couple of weeks, the children finally saw something. What is it? The terrarium was aflutter with baby butterflies. Our new friends will be with us for just a few days, said Miss Katy. Then we will need to release them. So the butterflies can be with the children for a few days, but after that they have to let them go free. A few days later, it was time. Today's the day, said Miss Katy. They are ready to go free. You have all done a great job of looking after our butterflies. The children felt a little happy and a little sad all at once. They are sad also because they have to let their butterflies go free. I wish we could keep the butterflies forever, said Sophie. I know, said Charlie, but just wait and see. The children gathered on the rooftop with the teachers and the butterflies. Charlie could hardly keep still. He cannot wait, okay? Are you ready? Miss Katy asked the children. Yes, they called out. Are you sure? She asked. Yes, they called out even louder. Then let's get ready to say goodbye, she said. The children raised their hands and began to wave. Miss Katy opened the lid of the terrarium and the butterflies fluttered up, up, up and away. Bye-bye, butterflies, sang the children. Bye-bye. Charlie walked over to the safety rail at the edge of the rooftop. Okay, this is the safety rail. He held onto the rail and looked up at the scattering butterflies. He looked down at the sidewalk below. A boy stood there beside his father. The boy looked up at Charlie and waved. Charlie waved back. Bye-bye, butterflies, the boy called out. Bye-bye, butterflies, Charlie responded, still waving. Bye-bye. Do you remember Charlie used to be like this little boy? He'll look up at the rooftop and he'll see another boy waving to him and saying bye-bye, butterflies. Now Charlie is the boy at the rooftop. The end.